Hello, everyone. I'm doing some live streaming right now. I'm going to be coloring on my Tacoma Artist Initiative project for about at least the next half hour. Hopefully, I'll remember that I have the meeting I need to attend to at 4 o'clock. Looks like my pad is thoroughly juiced up. So let me see what I can do about doing a screen share. And we're off to the races. As you can see, I'm doing some coloring on some trees, various greens. I'm not sure about that green there, but for the time being, I'll just keep going at it. Now, I'm not using a drop fill command because when you get to the edge of the drawing, like over in this section right here, because that's open to the edge. If I try to do a drop fill, you'll notice there's a little gap. So what happens is it will just fill up the entire extra space. So slightly tedious, but very relaxing for me is just going into these leaves and coloring around the edge. Oops. Want to make sure I have the areas underneath colored in. You're probably all going, oh man, if he's just going to be coloring green stuff, that's going to be really boring. I don't want to stick around for that. So maybe I will color some other things here. As long as I have the green out. What should I color green? I'm going to go ahead. Drop in some. Let me try. Oops. I'm going to try some dark green on these gloves rather than blue. See if I like the dark green, and then I want to go with the even paler green for the suit. See if I like that combination. But first, I'm looking at that green and I'm thinking, oh, I want that green to be even darker. It's better. A little bit more intense. Perfect. I do like this dark blue though. And I'm going to use this dark blue for the back of this device. Switch to this dark green. I'm trying to decide what I want to watch tonight on television. Well, cable, really. I have 2 people watching me. Well, you know, that's awesome. I wonder who they could be. Probably Stan Brown and Bill Morris, because I know those guys just leave their Facebook on and will listen to anybody. Well, maybe not everybody, but I'm seeing a little bit of lines here. I think they're on my gray level. I'm going to my gray, try to erase them. Yep, there they are. Get those cleaned up and out of the way. Go back, relock it, go back to the correct layer, coloring this guy's thumb. What else I want to have this green color? Oh man. Well, I was working on this our shirt over here earlier. I should probably finish that. I want his shirt green. No, I think I want his shirt to be going to go to my palette, going to grab this blue. So I'm going to go into this blue and I'm going to shift the hue. Actually, what I should do is there we go. Marking the black lines as a reference and dropping in this color. Well, I'm hating this color. That's not working for a shirt. I'm just going to go for a type of tan shirt. It's not working. What I'll do is I'll color him in blue for the time being and come back to him. Yeah, now that I've actually colored him in, that's looking a little bit better. Do the details on his hat. On his buttons here. Gold braid. And rim of his hat. You do the steel hammer. Get some wood for the hammer. Going to go and make that darker. Looks like there was a little gap there. Just a little bit on his shirt. Fill that in. Now I have his cuffs on his pants this color, but it should just be a lighter shade of this color. So I'm going to change that. That looks much better. Yes, yes, yes. Now that's looking so much better. And I'm going to grab some of this color here for, ooh, that should be a pocket watch. So let's make that kind of a gold color. I'll grab this gold from this braid here, but add just a little bit more. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I don't think that watch is reading very well. Well, you're probably right. So I'm going to go ahead and select slightly darker color. Oh, that's not it. That works. Let's see, we need a nice face on this clock. And some hands. You know, I'm going to make those, I'm going to stick with those hands. I am going to go for this purple hose. In fact, I'm going to make it so that I can draw this really quickly. I'll just select my color filler. That filled up really nice. And I'm going to grab this gray from this hammer here. I'm going to use it on these joints. Give it a little bit more interest. I'm actually going to take this gray and these joints just a hair different. Yeah, that gave it more depth. Might make the green knob later on, but right now I'm going to leave it as a red knob because it just didn't look. If you looked at it like this with it as that blue knob, it seemed really dull. Actually, maybe I should tie it into the pocket watch. Use this color. That works. Where else should I use this gold color? I'm going to grab this skin tone and pop it down over here. Oops. I use this brown. And then make this guy's hair darker. Shoes. What color should I make those shoes? I'll make them a nice rich brown color. I'm going to use this brown from this hammer. The brush. Let's see, for this wash, for this cloth, what should I use? Color should I use for the cloth? I'll use this orange. And let's see, for the brushes, I have a box over here. So I'm going to use this color. Again. This box over here. Works. Got some egg crates going over here. Where's that? I'll grab one of these greens. Actually, I'm going to go to my palette and select the color that I'm not using a whole lot as the egg crate color. This color. And I'm going to go ahead and Add those in. Well, hello, Scott. Thanks for watching, sir. Appreciate that. I have this wonderful dark blue on my palette. I'm going to use that for this tape player. And I'm going to grab this color here for inner spools. The ultimate party, Scott. Well, thank you, Scott. I appreciate your feedback. Hope you're having as much fun today as I am. Let's see, what should I cover the rest of this crate? Go with another one of my standard colors. I am going to make this one a little lighter. There we go. That's looking fun. Actually, I think I need to make that a little darker. Here we go. What's a nice cocky color for these slacks? It's actually good work. Now that I have, oh, I need to do the socks. I'm going to have his socks go along the same line as his shirt. Some pink color. Actually, let's go a little darker. Do I have the same pink in there twice? Now I'm going to go to the layer that's got the black on it. I'm going to go ahead and select the black, go to the layer, and now I'm going to do a little bit of shading. I'm shading the soles. Shading some of this cloth here. Change the edge of the brush. Edge of the handle. Edge of his hand. Larger shadow underneath his arm. Oh, Scott's commenting on how he likes to read my dream post. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, I started doing that about, I think, a year ago. I wasn't keeping a dream journal, and then I thought, you know what? If I can make, I have these very elaborate dreams, and it would take me forever to write down everything. But the interesting thing about a Facebook post, that if you're doing a posting and you're trying to have a color as the background, you have to keep your Facebook post really short, no more than a couple sentences. Otherwise, your background disappears. And it just becomes a text post. So I thought, okay, that's a nice challenge. So I usually do a real short abbreviation of one of my dreams. I'm trying to remember if I wrote down anything for today. Oh man, I can't remember my dreams now. If I don't write my dreams down fairly quickly, I tend to forget them, which is hilarious because they're such elaborate dreams. I think I'd remember them all the time, but I don't. Okay. He is pretty much colored. Or I'll add just a few more lines on this chest right there. That looks good. Now let's, I can shade RR up here. So I'll go over here. And I've started finding other people who have started posting their dreams on Facebook too. Scott saying I should do quick sketches based on them, especially the rocket powered cow. You know, people keep telling me that, but next thing you know, I'll be spending all this time drawing pictures of my dreams. And I do it if I thought there was a market for it. But it'd be just like my movie reviews. Everybody says the same thing about my movie reviews. Oh, what a great idea. And yet, while I do sell some books, it's not the most marketable. I've yet to hit a key entry point on that marketplace to go into, sure profitability on it. Still, it is tempting. Maybe if I force myself to do a doodle And maybe if I post it like an animation, oh, but okay, now I'm making it into an animation. Now I'm thinking, oh, it'd be fun if people saw me drawing it. I'm just automatically making it into a bigger project than it should be. And I haven't even started actually doing it yet. Okay, you're probably wondering why I'm shading those parts. It's actually a hot dog. Just double checking to make sure I am shading the right things. Time to shade R.R. Anderson, who runs Tinkertopia. Marks, Monlux, its Flicks of Dreams. I have a lot of books that I actually have done, but I just am not confident about people reading them. I have a whole series of comics that I did when I was in college called The Adventures of a Science Fiction Writer. This is before computers, and this guy's just sitting on a typewriter. He and his typewriter start turning into things. But who uses a typewriter anymore? I almost feel very dated, it's kind of dated. Now what I'm going to do is I'm trying to put I can make this into a hidden object. So I'm going to make this into an envelope and see whether or not people notice that or not. I'm going to give him some seams. Actually, I want those to be more consistent. So I'm going to go into my lines here. Oh, Visho, my friend who lives in South America is writing, are you just using black with the lower opacity for the shadows? Oh, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. So what I have is this entire layer here, that the one that's highlighted in blue. This is a black, but if you'll notice, I have it at about 28% opacity, and I'm doing that on a consistent shadow everywhere. So later on, I can adjust this and it will affect the shadows on the entire image. And I usually do around 28, 30%. I find that to be a nice, good percentage. And so RR is already filling out and looking a little bit more three-dimensional. So I need to color his boots. What color should I make his boots? Make them a darker color than his beard. Oops. Ah, this is what happened when you're not watching. You forget what layer you're on. You need to go back, lock this layer, go back, unlock this layer, and go in and I'm going to make his soles even darker than the rest of his boot. Come on. There we go. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to go back into this, grab this. I'm going to make this bun, a hot dog bun. Oh, that's the wrong color hot dog bun. I'm on. Start with this yellow, and there we go. That's about the right color. That's a nice bun color. And then I'm going to go in and color the hot dog. Well, that's enough coloring for today. So he has a dark soul. Yes, everyone will agree that R.R. Anderson has a very dark soul. I want to thank Beach Joe and Scott for watching today. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to stop sharing, and because I have to get ready for a meeting at 4 o'clock. The International Forum of Visual Practitioners is having a little drawing session at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Pacific, and I thought I'd join them today. I'm going to look very fashionable with plaid on plaid, look like an old man. Maybe I should change into a nice hoodie so I look a little bit more less. Wait a minute, this isn't plaid, that's my sports shirt. Anyway, this is house coat. It's basically nothing but a big, fuzzy, really thick flannel shirt that my mom bought me, but it's perfect for wearing inside my office. It keeps me wonderfully warm. And I wear it all the time over the top of everything else. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll be drawing more stuff tomorrow.